Good afternoon, everybody. It is June the 27th. How on earth it got to June the 27th, I don't know, but my weeks have shot away from me. Since we had baby Fairy at home, we have been rushed off our feet, haven't we? Yes, I got a little mate behind me, sat in the chair. Oh, so cute. Yes, you are, Mr. Bonte, and you know you're pushing me out of my own seat. I know you're there. Yeah. He just wants cuddles. It's the heat. Look how red I am. Oh gosh, it's so hot today. My hair, a testament. It has gone faloof. The grand faloof. Absolutely. Anyway, I did promise you a list of summer books that I am wanting to get my teeth into. And so here we are. Now there are certain books which I wish to download onto Kindle, of which those are the Aspinall Lucy books. And I've already read one which he very kindly gifted to me, his very first novel that he ever wrote, which is just fantastic. And if you haven't read it, Lucy, the dying of the light, crikey. Forgive me, Alan, for I not know what I'm doing. Let's see, let's get on to Kindle. And then we're going to Alan Lucy, the Fading Light. Shocker. But yes, you really do need to read Lucy, the Fading Light, and The Shepherd, which is the one I will be getting, and We Are Many, and The Sleeping Army, and plus all the others that are on there as well, which I am absolutely couldn't tell you how thrilled I am to finally have 5 minutes of my own to actually sit down and read these. I just feel as though the whole of June got away from me, and it's just simply been dental visits, collecting baby Fairy from university and bringing her home with a whole of her kit, and then going into total overdrive in order to get her to South Korea, and to which she is there now studying. But it's things like I want to download Alan's books, and I haven't had a hot minute to even sit down and do that, which will be rectified today. Thank goodness. I think I've earned it, guys. I really do. So of my summer reading, it will be the rest of Alan's books on the Kindle. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for being so supportive and patient with me, because I honestly, this month has just been absolutely banging. I can't tell you how relieved I am. I no longer have to go back to the, well, I do. I have to go back to the dentist in December, but I get a break. I've been sort of like doing the dentist since December of last year, and it's tiring. It takes all your time, and then when you're not doing that, you're working or you're running your business, and it's just, and things like my reading, which I thoroughly enjoy and gives me the reason to live, apart from the kids and the husband, of course. But I love reading, and I just haven't had the luxury of time to sit down and read. I've been getting to bed at night and I've been so exhausted. I picked a book up, and then next minute I wake up and I'm holding the book in my hand. And work-life balance, people. Don't do what I do. Work yourself to a frazzle. Right? There has to be some you time as well. But you know what it's like? Mom life. You got the washing, the drying, the ironing, the cooking, the cleaning, the kids to take care of, even though they're in the 20s. All the customers that want taken care of as well. My husband's out working God knows how many hours. And we have a kitten on top. But we love Monty. Don't we? Even though you've stolen my seat. Oh my gosh, if you could just see how cute Buggerlugs is down here. I don't know if I can get there. There we are. Bit stiff today. No. Yeah, you're down there. Who's that? You kicked me out of my chair. Yeah? Meanie. Thank you. Oh, sometimes you just have to be a little bit. Come on, little dude. Yeah, you can come back later. Honestly. Drives me bonkers, but I love him. He's 29 weeks old, would you believe? Almost had him for 15 weeks, which was the exact length of time that he was on his own. I can honestly say, I think he's a lot happier here. Not as miserable now, are you? I don't know if you can hear him, but he's actually shredding the welcome mat by the front door. It sort of spells lum because he scratched all the other letters off. He's a lum. Anyway, so now you know that I'm getting Kindle. Yeah, I have it on my phone. But I love to read Kindle books sometimes, and Alan very kindly gave me Lucy and the Fading Light, and that's the next in the series, of course, that I'll be reading. Now, after that, we have Sam 7. Now, I bought this at Powys Castle last summer when we were on holiday in Wales. I just saw it and I thought, wow, that looks like a piece of 1970s. You know, yeah. They call them trash novels, but I don't see why they are trash. I think they're rather good, actually. It Could Happen Tomorrow, Sam 7 by Richard Cox. The dive was steepening. They passed over the Houses of Parliament at 16,000 feet with a rate of descent off the clock. Only 18 seconds had elapsed since the missile warhead detonated. In the cabin, the passengers began to scream. Yeah, well, that'd do it. Ben Mayer held to his seat and prayed. One stewardess, brave and composed, clutching a bulkhead, managed to use the intercom. Brave girl. Please keep calm. Brace yourselves. Everything will be okay. The noise from the rear was a roar they all could hear. People on the ground heard it too, and saw the giant plane with smoke pouring from its tail and shreds of metal falling from it like leaves. Well, if that doesn't intrigue you to go and say, give me some Sam 7. Wow. Yes, please. Rush hour, Thursday evening. Suddenly, the noise of London's busiest station is drowned by the roar of jet engines. Seconds later, a fully loaded plane crashes onto the crowded platforms. Scores of people are killed in the initial impact. Others are trapped beneath tumbling masonry, twisted metal, and gallons of burning fuel. In a desperate attempt to save lives, London's emergency services are stretched to their limits as they face the city's worst disaster since the Blitz. Wow. Give me some of that 1970s trash book. No. Little nuggets of golden joy. That's what the 1970s gave us. Where men were men and women wanted to be with them. Oh yes, absolutely. Cannot wait. And also what I can't wait for, my new teeth to arrive. That'll be the day. Oh, party on. We will have such a day on that day. The next on my book collection for summer, and I've already read the first chapter to this, and this was recommended to me by Hoople's cat. It is The Wall by John Lanchester. Now, I've spoken about this before, and I've only read the first chapter. But the premise is there is a giant wall all around the United Kingdom, of which the citizens have to do their part. I shall read a little bit for you. This is a 1984 for Our Times, the Daily Express. Kavanagh begins his time patrolling the wall. If he's lucky, if nothing goes wrong, he only has to do this for 2 years of his... he only has to do 2 years of this. Sorry, we'll put... the saying goes, I'll put my teeth in, shall I? That'll be the day. 729 more nights to go. The best thing that can happen is that he survives and gets off the wall and will never have to spend another day of his life anywhere near it. But what if something did happen? If the others came? If he had to fight for his life? Thrilling and heartbreaking, The Wall is about a troubled world you will recognise as your own, and about what might be found when all is lost. A short, sharp and shocking demands a reading in one sitting, The Metro. A cracking adventure, an astute political fable, The Times. As we're having such the year, the election's coming up, and it's a toughie. It really is. And I'm going back to this during the election season, and like I said, I've read the first chapter and it's an absolute banger. So Hoople's cat, thank you so much for your recommendation. I also have your other recommendation, Leave the World Behind. Yes, darling, I haven't forgotten about it. It's just that my life has been absolutely that chaotic. It's been sat in my to purchase cart in Amazon for some time, but rest assured it's on its way, and I will be giving that a read over the summer as well, because obviously it comes highly recommended by yourself. So Hoop, don't worry. The Wall and Leave the World Behind are hot on my reading list, as well as Sam 7, as well as all of our Aspinall's books. I'm going to have a very busy summer, aren't I? When we want to do science fiction, I quite like a little bit of Neal Asher. Parador Moon. My father purchased this for me for a birthday a few years ago, before the pandemic. See, I've had it a while, and it's just been sat in my pile of I'll read that when I get round to it. Well, I am now round to it. So I'll read the back for you. The Polity Collective stretches from the Earth's central into the unfathomable reaches of the galactic void. But when the Polity finally encounters alien life in the form of massive, hostile, crab-like carnivores, known as the Parador, there can be only one outcome: total warfare. Chaos reigns as, caught unawares, the polity struggles to regain its foothold and a transition itself into a military society, starships clash, planets fall, and space stations are overrun. But for Jebel Krong and Moria Salem trapped at the centre of the action, this war is far more than a mere clash of cultures, far more than technology versus brute force. This war is personal. Parador Moon is one of Ash's most shocking excursions into the Polities universe of over-the-top violence and explosive action. A vivid, visceral, brilliantly intense space opera that you won't forget soon. Straightforward sci-fi, I cannot recommend it highly enough. The Daily Telegraph. A brilliantly conceived race of killer crustaceans, it's a lot of fun. BBC Focus. Asher paints a vivid portrayal of a future war. Guardian. So, Parador Moon. The crabby crustaceans of chaos. Yes. They're going to eat us all alive, are they? I think some people might have a different opinion on that. Now for some old school. Asimov. Pebble in the Sky. My husband recently picked this up in a trip to a charity store, and he just saw Asimov and thought, me. And that's what I was saying. True love. Get a guy that gets you, and he knows I love Asimov. Yeah, in fact, he knows I love books, but he knows I really like Asimov. Love it, actually. So, yeah, marry a guy that gets you and gets you these books. When Joseph Schwartz walked past the Institute for Nuclear Research in Chicago, he raised one foot in the 20th century and lowered it in a galactic era 827. He was still on Earth, but at a time when mankind had colonized the galaxy, and the people of the home planet were outcasts, clinging to the soil of a radioactive world. A revolution of Earth's militarists threatened the galactic empire, with chaos and strangely, Schwartz found himself the only man who could avert the disaster. Pebble in the Sky. This one looks lovely. First published in Great Britain by Sidgwick and Jackson, Isaac Asimov, 1958. First Sphere Books edition, 1969. Reprint December 1972. So this comes from 1972. I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. So, you can tell my type of books, can't you? Political thrillers, disasters, science fiction, nuclear war. And the last one that's on my list, my daughter's bought this for me for my birthday many years ago. In fact, before my husband had a heart attack, so I don't think I turned 40. I was about 38, 39 years old. And I hadn't ever found the time to sit down and read it, but look at that. What a chunky novel. Yeah, Under the Dome by Stephen King. Well, he is the king, isn't he? You know. Whizzing from one cliffhanger to the next, the Daily Telegraph. Staggeringly addictive. USA Today. Expert ratcheting of tension, the Financial Times. Tight and energetic from start to finish, the New York Times. Foot on the gas narrative, Washington Post. The pedal is indeed to the metal, The Guardian. You are sorry when you come to the end, the Daily Express. Oh, I do remember them getting this for me. We'd gone on a camping trip to Cornwall, and they said, "Oh, Mummy, I've got a book for you to read for these summer holidays." And I thought, oh, you're all so young, and you need Mummy so much. I don't think Mummy's got time to sit down and read such a big book. And well, it's near enough 10 years on when they bought this for me. Let's see, when was this printed? That'll give me an idea, won't it? Crikey. "2010. Oh, that's when they bought it for me, back in 2010, and I haven't. It is now 2024, so it's 14 years later. Oh, oh my giddy answers. Well, girls, Mummy, it may have taken her 14 years to get to a point where she can read this, but read it she will, and I am looking forward to it. I've always been very much intrigued by Stephen King. I love the way that he writes, and I always wanted to read Under the Dome, and it was a birthday present. It's been a while, darlings. You'll have to forgive Mummy. I am looking forward to sitting down and reading this. Let's see. How many pages do you think that this book has? 880 pages long. Not quite as long as it, but not far off. Yeah. So, bought for me in 2010, by my darling daughters. It is now 2014. 2014? No, it isn't. It is 2024. It is 14 years later. And I am going to enjoy the heck out of this. This one will be going with me when we go down to the family cottage later on this year. And I'm literally going to sit in a hot tub with a bottle of wine, morning, noon and night, and sit and read this book. And if I haven't finished all these books, they're going with me as well, along with all my Kindle books as well. So I am going to make time for me over the summer. I'm going to have a little bit of something called self-care, and I am going to sit down on my sweet backside and I am going to give me some reading time, because I feel, yeah, I'm at that point where I need to unwind. I have to wait until September to do the actual unwinding, the one with the hot tub and everything. Oh my goodness me. Yes, I cannot wait for that. But I've got a long summer in front of me. I am beyond fully booked. Doesn't that sound hysterical? Beyond fully booked. Which, you know, for any business, that's a good, it's excellent, it's wonderful. But I want some self-care in there. I want to be able to sit down. I want to be able to enjoy some good novels, and, you know, thinking Under the Dome, Pebble in the Sky, Parador Moon, The Wall, and Sam 7, and Alan's books. Yeah, gone on it again. Brain's gone. The Fading of the Light. The Fading Light, Lucy. Yes. So I'll be having Alan's books, and then of course Leave the World Behind, which is highly recommended to me by Hoople's Cat. If you haven't checked Hoople's Cat out, what that guy doesn't know about survival, yeah, he's just amazing, right? He's your one-stop shop for absolutely anything you ever wanted to know about survival. Hoop's got the answer, and it's a sensible answer as well. So yeah, excellent. If you want to be scared half to death, read Alan Aspinall's books. They will, I guarantee, does exactly what it says in the book, scares you to death. But yeah, a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing an awful lot of reading with all of my books, and I just want some mommy self-care, some time for me before my brain just goes bang. I sound like a submarine. Bang. Brain's gone. It's just been one of those years where you think, all right, I've got all that sorted, it's all done, dusted, great, thank goodness it's finished, and then we're straight on to the next thing. And it's like I haven't even caught my breath from what I've just finished. But that's life. That is life, and that's what you get for raising a family and taking care of a little kitty who's just stolen the seat behind you again. Leslie, what leave me alone today? I'm literally perched on the end of my chair while he's hogging the back of the chair. Yeah, really is. Such a little sweetheart, aren't you? Hey, good boy. Yeah, my good boy. No, it says I'm cleaning my paws and I ain't moving, so you better move. Well, apart from looking absolutely fanakapanned, I'm feeling remarkably okay. I literally finished work today. It's Thursday. I'm not doing any more work this week, apart from cleaning the house tomorrow, and looking forward to spending the weekend sitting in the garden where I'm going to start on my summer collection, which is here. Yes, let's see. Can't wait. Honestly, cannot wait to read all these glorious books. And no doubt over the summer I'll find even more glorious books and add even more to my list. But you know what? It's a privilege to be able to have books. And it's a privilege to be able to find the time to sit down and read the books. So here's to all the other mums and dads out there that don't have 5 minutes to themselves. Your time will come. Your day will come where you can sit down and get hold of your books and go, oh yes, it is my turn now. I've earned this moment. Go away, take your problems with you. I am not interested. I could not care less. Let me sit down and read my book before I cry. That said, everybody, I hope you're all reading fantastic books this summer. Please tell me what you're reading, so I might find something that you're reading and think, oh, I quite fancy having a look at that and reading it and putting it on my to-do pile. That seems to get taller and taller and taller every single day. But yeah, please let me know what you're reading. I hope that you're all having an absolutely wonderful summer, and I do hope that life is being kind to you and that you're all getting the rest and relaxation that you deserve. And if it hasn't happened yet, it will happen soon, I pinky promise. So, happy readings, darlings, and enjoy. And I shall see you soon.